So everybody knows that what deaf people need is big clunky glasses to carry around instead of just, I don't know, normal accessibility. So today on this channel we're going to be talking a little bit about tech and accessibility tech. Can we really call it accessibility tech? In some ways it's accessible and in some ways that it isn't, but I came across an article that my friend Liam wrote, and you know, when it comes to captions and tech and things like that, I get intrigued by it. So let's do a little bit of a live reaction sort of thing to this article and talk about it. Also, somebody DM'd me on Instagram about it and asked me to talk about it, so here we are. Also, one thing to note before I do get through the article, this isn't US based, this is UK based. I don't know if there's any plans of it trickling over to the US, but as far as I know, this is just UK based. So this is written for the Limping Chicken, and the title is First of its kind live caption glasses enter public test phase. New smart glasses designed to caption conversations in real time have today opened up to public previews, with a group of pilot users testing the augmented reality AR software over a 2-month trial period. Using pre-existing glasses from the company Nereal, XRAI Glass converts live speech into text displayed on a screen, with the ability for the software to identify a person speaking. Potential updates include translating languages and recognizing tone, accents, and pitch, as the company hopes to reach 70,000 people with the smart device by the end of the year. One thing I think of right off the bat in the article is going to mention this later, like right after I'm finished with this. Google, way back in, as far as back as 2016 that I can remember, has already made live captioning glasses of sorts. I actually got to try them out when I was at YouTube Next Up, very briefly. I remember it was skinnier than what these glasses look like. I don't remember liking them at all, just because I just didn't want extra clunky stuff on my face. But I also remember it just not really, you know, being readable. It wasn't comfortable to look through and read through. Kind of similar to the captioning glasses that you would get at the movie theaters. I just didn't really care for them. Obviously the live captioning glasses from Google and the movie theaters are two different things in terms of software, because one comes with a script already there and one is supposed to be live captions. While Google and the National Theater have previously launched smart glasses, XRAI Glass claims their captioning product is the first of its kind, with the potential for it to be used in education, policing, and the hospitality sector. Dan Scarp, the CEO, describes the launch of the public previews as a momentous day for his team. He said, "We are so proud of the ability of this innovative technology to enrich the lives of the deaf community so that they can maximize potential." Why does that sound so, every time somebody says something like that in those types of words, so weird to me. Whether that means being able to have a conversation while continuing to make dinner, or keeping a conversation going while walking with a friend. I'm gonna be honest, if I had expensive glasses, I'll tell you the price in a minute. If I had expensive glasses on, I would not want to be wearing them while making dinner, just in case they fall over or food gets on them, something hot, and it screws them up. That's probably the one place I'd never want to wear it. I'm gonna start butchering company and product names here, but here we go. XRAI Air glasses are currently priced at £400 for non-EE customers, while those signed up to the mobile network can purchase a pair for an upfront price of £10, followed by the monthly payments of £35 for 11 months. And last time I checked, which was 2 days ago, with the exchange rate, that's about $485. We'll round it up to $500 US. Meanwhile, the XRAI Glass captioning software, which links to the person's phone, will be free during the public preview, with the price set after this process is complete and based on user feedback. So no idea what that price is going to be as of now. Individuals who already wear glasses would have to remove these in order to use the tech, but the Limping Chicken understands new lenses can be fitted to the device to match the wearer's existing prescription. So you gotta remove the glasses that you need to see and read things to be able to use these. That doesn't sound very deafblind friendly, but if you can change the lenses, that's just more work to be done, more money to be spent to try to get these to work. The mobile app is currently only compatible with select Android phones. Let all the Android people have a party now and celebrate, because every time an app comes out and it's iPhone only, all the Android people understandably get upset. But for right now y'all win, if y'all like this thing anyways. The mobile app is currently only compatible with select Android phones, but company plans to roll out availability on other mobile networks and devices over the coming months. They have also committed to donating a portion of profits from the software to deaf charities. Well, that's not. Steve Crump, founder and chair of Deaf Kids International, said, "As a profoundly deaf person myself, I was blown away by this technology. When I tried on the glasses, I was astonished. Real-time subtitles that enable you to engage and participate as never before. I see XRAI Glasses as a hugely positive force, and I can't wait to work with the team to bring this to life. Mark Atkinson, CEO of the Royal National Institute for Deaf People, added, "This is a great example of the positive difference innovative technology can make for people who are deaf or have hearing loss. At RNID, we are excited about the potential for technology to transform the lives of our communities. XRAI Glass is intuitive and simple to use and could be a powerful tool in ensuring people with hearing loss don't feel excluded in social settings. We support and applaud this endeavor and are keen to play our part in connecting innovators with our diverse communities." I think they're slightly more useful than the signing gloves, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure, because the signing gloves have always very much confused me no matter what rendition came out of whatever country, because multiple people have tried making their own prototypes. But still, it seems to me that this is just another case of you have to spend more money to be able to do anything. You have to carry something around to be able to make sure it's always there, just in case. And walking around inside with basically what looks like to be sunglasses on, and you know, just always having that on with people just seems, I don't want to deal with that. My ADHD brain does not want to, you know, deal with that. I know myself and other deaf people have always said, you know, it would be cool if, you know, subtitles were just around, you know, somebody starts talking and it's just right here. But it's expensive, and it's just another thing that says, hey, you're gonna have to buy this to live your life, I guess. One of my worries about it is that it's kind of similar to when you're using a captive view in movie theaters. I'm assuming this is what would happen with the captioning glasses in movie theaters as well. I've only used them once, but if you're in the middle of class, which I do see that being incredibly useful, actually I think that would be useful to have, because you're only paying attention to the front, usually one person or one thing that's on like a screen if you have to watch something. So I was finding that a bit more useful and not as tedious to deal with. But if you're out in a social setting, walking around or any of that, what would happen if, one, you got to worry about signal? I'm assuming you're getting signal for this, I don't know. But also, battery runs out. Like, are you using battery with this stuff? So if it just starts going out in the middle of something important, then that kind of sucks. So I wonder if that's something that they thought about or will think about. If you haven't thought about it, I would think about it, actually. Also worrying about the automatic captions part of it all. From the video that has been shown, that is in the article actually as well, it seems to be alright. I don't think there was any commentary about it being like bad, but still, just worrying about that, I guess. Granted, you could always ask people to repeat themselves, obviously, and whatnot, but that price though, I'm wondering if, let's see, I'm trying to find out what Google, how much they're charging, if they even were charging, if it even came out of the room and into the actual public. I don't see anything about costs so far, but 400 pounds, $500 US, plus another fee, then more fees for 11 months. I'm guessing, well, after 11 months, then you basically paid it off. So at least there's not a lifetime supply of payments to be using, like a whole monthly subscription for the rest of your life until you decide, I don't want to deal with this anymore. But it's still not cheap. You know what's cheaper? Learning sign language. It's anywhere from free to, well, depending on your teacher, could be just a couple of dollars, it could be in the double digits, and sometimes it could be in the triple digits. And you don't have to carry more things, you don't have to worry about anything breaking, you don't have to worry about things, you know, disconnecting or whatever, losing signal if you're requiring a signal for them. But of course, for deaf people who don't sign, who don't have any interest in signing, who don't have the resources to sign, this would obviously be very, very beneficial for them. So you can't really just, you can't just remove it entirely from the thought process, because you also have the oral deafies, the non-signing deafies to think about. And that's what I think a lot of people in the deaf community aren't really thinking about, because obviously I was getting ready to say this if I didn't already say it. I've forgotten what I said already. But at the end of the day, I'm like, can there be a day when finally one day hearing people stop trying to keep coming up with new technology, things that cost money to make us do this and that and da-da-da. That would be great. But also on the other hand, you have another group of people to think about that I feel like a lot of people don't think about, like the signing people don't think about, and sometimes I forget as well. And I'm sure I have in many videos, actually. They could get, the non-signing deafs could actually get a lot of use out of this if they had the money, if they really want to get it. And but yeah, that's my thought process on that for now. Maybe I'll do another little written piece for Patreon. Leave a little blurb for the public to get interested in. But yeah, if you don't follow me on Patreon, I have a lot more content up there. Articles, nonfiction articles, and things like that about deafness and disability in general. And then other things, fiction, random writing, you know, because that's what I also do. And yeah, so let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below if this is something that you would be interested in getting, whether it's even just trying it out. I mean, I'd be curious. I'll try it out. I want to see how it works. But also, if you would actually like buy this and, you know, use it in social settings, I still don't recommend doing it while cooking just because I fear something will happen and they'll break. But yeah, the idea is there. The idea is there. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate it. If you have not yet, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you would like to support my content further, like I said before, I do have Patreon. That link will be down below. There's also a super thanks button where you can leave a little tip, and that'll be just as helpful. You also pay for Simon's food and treats that he is constantly screaming for while I film these videos. Don't you? Thank you again for making it to the end of this video, and I will see you later, and probably Simon too. Okay.